All right, friends. Buddy the dog. Are you looking at the sun, or are you just, what are you doing? Resting? Oh, eating flies. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, I give up on life too. That's fine. Anyway, our next affair in things we need to do is probably pick up this rag so we don't lose it, because that's an expensive rag right there. Let's put that back there. No, we've serviced our trailer as best we can for now, and now we need to change the oil in this truck. It's been harping at me, time to change the oil. Moo to you. I bought all the stuff last night, so I figure we might outdo that, and we're gonna get started right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, Ross the Oliver Man. Change the oil in the truck, grease whatever's greasable. This truck does not have a lot of greasable stuff on it, unfortunately. So we'll do that. I want to unload some of the auction treasures, which are riding around in the back here. That 550 drawbar. I might try to just take it right off and sand it up and paint it. And then we'll see if we can put that on this here 550, because it needs one. And I'm not sure, I gotta pick up that trash that keeps blowing away. I don't know that I have any more pins. I have to look in that other tractor. I thought I had extra pins, drawbar pin. They had like a special pin that went in there, but I mean, a couple bolts, that'll do it too. But the 550 actually has the cradle mounted underneath just for this, differently designed. The Super 55, if we're close by one of those, I'll show sometime, but it actually had like loops that bolted to the axle bolts to hold the drawbar, and then later they went to this whole cradle thing. So that's a little different, but the drawbar part should be the same. But anywho's, we'll deal with that. Today's big issue is getting that truck ready to roll. So that's what we're gonna do. Then we're gonna have a whole afternoon of just cleaning it out, because I cannot seem to avoid accumulating trash in there, friends. I don't call it all trash. It's like, it's parts and it's tools and stuff. You know, I have stuff in my hand, I throw it in the seat next to me until finally there's no more seat next to me left. The bed is the same way, you know. The bed, metal, different parts, things get thrown in the bed, and then before you know it, the bed's full. I just cannot seem to shake that habit. I don't get it. But anyway, we're going to do an oil change firstly. So we're going to drive down there to where all this stuff is, because I remembered I had a friend who brought over an oil barrel and said, I'd like some used oil. And I said, well, it'll probably take me forever to fill that, but whatever. But I never remembered to put the oil that I drain out into the barrel. So probably should do that, you know. And I'll have a better chance of doing that if I'm down there where the barrel is. And then also we'll be on a more, I don't know, not that this surface wouldn't work, but down there in the sunlight and different things. So that's what we'll do. All right, I realized I needed to get me a cardboard creeper there. I think, if I remember right, I can get everything from under this way, but I'm not sure. I haven't done this one enough yet to remember. Try to get my patented homemade drain pans under there. The truck is supposed to hold 7 quarts. So, you know what I'm saying? 7 quarts would be about 2 gallons. So those two things should hold it. This should be the filter. We'll take a little bit of stuff under there with us. There. Yes, we can get to it all from here. No, I am not far enough under. So let me scoop my cardboard. Oh. of fatness. See, I don't even remember, like I'm looking at stuff and things. I don't think any of this is greasable. And that just blows my mind. You pay $50,000 to $80,000 for a truck, and they don't make it serviceable in any way. And I think that's a crock of baloney, you know? I don't think the back ones are either. I think they're like, I don't know. I guess whenever they finally go out, we'll start putting in more greasable ones. I don't know. Maybe they don't even make greasable things for this unit. What do we want to do first, friends? That's a long way down, you know? What is the chances that we're going to end up hitting this correctly? Also, what is leaking here? The first drip on the SuperCHEAP SuperDUTY. It's probably the rear main seal. That's fine. I don't know. I hope it's got enough oil in it. Maybe we haven't been checking it as regularly as we should. It may not have any oil in it. Oh. Wouldn't be the first time I did something dumb, but we'll find out here. Let's. Okay, come on out of there. Oh, okay, wrong angle of attack. The human body doesn't work that way. Should have brought the impact, and I could have just hammered it home. You know? Oh, yeah, we should. I wanted to really get that closer, is what I wanted to do, but I'm not. This is not going to go well. I can tell you that right now. Oh, come on. Oh, oh, the creeper is too close. Oh, oh, didn't want to do that. That's okay. We just got to remember that the oil plug is in that one. That's fine. Well, we're having a lot of struggles here, friends. If you didn't notice, you probably didn't. But I dropped the oil plug in the oil. What? Why is that a shocker? You know, that shouldn't be. That should not be a shocker. Also, apparently, that is unobtainable. Like it's in there somewhere where you can't find it. Okay. Uh-oh. What is happening? Okay, well, we didn't do a very good job, but we got it done. We got it out of there. Let me go get the oil drain plug. Okay, friends. Are you still there? How are we doing? I got it. I got the drain plug back out of the sadness. The thing I don't know is, though, I think it was just metal on metal. Looks like to me. That's making me ponder, friends. I should probably go check that out again before I go. All right, let's take the filter off. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, saddy-waddy. This is way too big, isn't it? Well, Knutson, friends, nothing is going my way today. I guess I gotta go find a different filter wrench. I'll be right back. Okay, friends. Crisis averted there. I thought my drain plug was missing a gasket, but it has a gasket on it. I guess I should... it's made down in there farther. It's like almost like an O-ring. Maybe it is an O-ring. I don't know. I don't want to take it loose. It wasn't leaking before, so. But I got a little bit scared because the traditional, you know what I'm saying. Usually they got like a crush washer or something on them, and it didn't have that. And I kind of freaked out there for a minute. So that's fine. That's fine. It can't hurt us. All right. Be interesting to see if it leaks now, because I bragged on it and said it didn't leak. Also, what you want to do is use a rag that you've already wiped on, and it's a mess. Okay, I got our jobby here in my hand. This is always a struggle when you're fat and you're trying to crawl under a vehicle and you're trying to do anything at all. But I got to think about, let's see, is this the way that goes? No. Let's think about that. It would go that way. So I got it upside down for looseness. For looseness, I'd want it this way, right? I think so. Then what you're going to want to do is hit yourself in the face multiple times. Not just a few. There we go. Then we're going to turn that out. Alright, I didn't get a Wix filter this time or whatever. I got a Motorcraft Ford filter. If it was good enough for it new, that's probably what it needs now. What we'll do is we'll get it all over us. And then what'll be fun is when I should poke a hole in it. I know people, they say to do that, and then you don't get covered with oil. But I don't do it. I just get covered with oil. That's my lot in life. And it's synthetic oil, so you know it's good for you. I guess we need to let that drain a little bit, because it's I don't even know what you can see. I'm probably blocking your view, but it's got quite a bit draining out of that oil cooler there. At least they have wised up. You know, an oil cooler will extend the life of everything, so they put it on this, even though this is just a gas motor, and the basic gas motor at that, you know. I'm kindly impressed with that. They at least did that for us. It'd be super cool if I could see what I was doing. I have just enough room. Oh, to make a mess? Yep. I'm doing great with that. Now I have just enough room to kind of maneuver over top. That's not making any sense in English. I can set the filter down and fill it, but I can't physically hold both at the same time and do it underneath here. I don't have the room, friends. That's what I'm getting at. Oh man, that's nasty. I don't like it when they're dirty like that. But I've made I made poor choices in life, is what I did. I brought the wrong rag with me. I should have brought a cleaner one. I gotta snug that up just a little bit. Okay. which means I gotta flip this over and then change the direction. I spilled a little bit. Don't freak out that it looks like it's leaking, but it's not truly leaking. Let me go get a better rag. I can't live with myself if that's gonna be dirty from day one. I'd rather it be clean and dry so that if there's a problem I can see it when I look at it. Let's make this pretty. This is how you change your filter in a discount auto shop. Just get you a nice clean shop rag and just polish it right up. And just like that, you've got a brand new oil filter, friends. Wow, look at that. We could have saved ourselves so much trouble by using the rag method. Okay, friends. I have a funnel cut just for this purpose because I discovered last time doing this that this was kind of inconvenient. It's also the funnel is made out of the wrong kind, but that's fine. We're gonna use it anyway. There we go. I guess I should have brought an extra one, but I didn't. Better make sure this is all the same stuff. I wouldn't put it past them to put the wrong thing in the wrong spot. I also would have liked to get a 5-quart jug, but they're always out of the 5-quart jug of the right grade of oil. Some of these trucks, the first ones I guess used 520, which is what they sold me last time. This one's supposed to have 530. It even says it on the cap, but then someone told me no, they misprinted them on that. But I guess the 2016 only, which is what this is, of the 6.2 is supposed to have this 530, and it likes it better. When it was on that 520, it was using oil, so it likes this flavor better. Have we been counting? I haven't. I bought the right amount, so it should be fine. All right. Let's give her a check. Let's put the oil cap back on first so we don't accidentally lose it and do something stupid. I should probably change it more often, like this time. I think I could clean it up a little bit better if it was... I have a feeling the last time they probably didn't service it very soonly. All right, I'll double check it, but it's right at the line where it should be. Let me clean it off again. Give it one more check, but Can you see? It's just slightly above that line, which is fine because I'm sure the filter's got an air pocket in it. I did fill it as best I could, but it's gonna need a little bit. Wondering what we got going on here. Do not add. It's got fluid in it. We're not messing with that magical box. Every time I've ever messed with an automatic transmission, tried to service it or change the fluid, it immediately went out. So we ain't doing that. What's our coolant situation? Has it got any in it? I think it does. Is the bottom clear? I can't tell. It should have enough. I mean, I can't see that. Can you? Nope. Oh yeah, we got us some coolant in there. I don't know that it even 50% specialty orange. Specialty orange, huh? 50% Motorcraft specialty orange engine coolant. Plus 50%. I would say that's 50% something water. I don't know. But it's got it in it, I think. I don't know where the add mark is on it. Should probably read the book, you know. Oh, there they are. There's marks. It could probably use a little bit topped off. I would say that it lost some, and I never did remember. Oopsie, I never did remember to top it off whenever I put in those valves to shut the heater off in the summer. I bet I lost a little then and forgot to. But it's down in there. It's just a little low, maybe like that much lower than the line. It's above the seam of the tank, and I think it's supposed to be up to there. So it's a little bit, but not bad. Let's start it up and let's make sure it doesn't horrendously pour oil to the ground. It had immediate oil pressure. Oh, we got a drippy drip on the filter. What happened is I overflowed the filter, and it's sitting up in that ledge around the filter, so it's probably still going to drip off a little bit till it cleans that out, but that's good. It's not spraying oil anywhere. There's no horrendous knocking sounds from anywhere under here, so that's nice. Okay, friends, I think the old SuperCHEAP SuperDUTY is in some pretty good shape. Ready to roll, you know. It sounds like it anyway. I mean, I think it's good to go. So yeah. All right, now the next thing I want to do, even though we got lots of stuff we could do to this truck thanks to stuff sent from the viewer and whatever have you, is anyway, my brain's not working there. I'm tired of my tailgate not opening, so we're going to try to put this handle on and see if that'll fix it. It probably won't, but what I'm getting at is the damage is done inside there. The tailgate's bent, and I have a feeling that that's part of our struggle bus. I also don't know if this is even going to be possible to do easily. Hey, got the right size the first time, huh? See, that would be tight, so we want to go this way. I can't seem to get it open this time. So I don't know what's going on. Well, I do. That latch over there by you is in bad shape. It's wedged tight. Come on. Yeah, see, this thing is all mangled up. The tailgate, that is. I just don't know. The guy's gonna get it. I guess it did have a lock in it. I didn't know that it did, but we'll transfer this over to the new one because it has a place for it. I doubt that that works. Maybe we can zip it up. I don't know. I'm gonna put that back in for now. That's not right, is it? That's not a very Ford thing to do. They would normally, like, that probably has to go through, doesn't it? Could it be that our Chinesium quality one is not made to OEM specs, friends? Surely not. Surely not. That's what's going on now. That needs to go down just a shade more, and it doesn't. This gasket's also about to get the boot. That should go down in there just a little bit more. Come on. There we go. Oh, we'll find a way. That's not pretty. I'm not proud of it. But that's the way she goes. Let's see if we can, before we do something we regret. Let's see if we can get this open. Oh, you can't do that with that. Okay. Silly me, I thought that. Huh, well. Maybe there. Let's put these back on and see if that's even close. This is actually... Why am I surprised that this is fighting us? Everything we ever do fights us. Why am I surprised? Oh, let's put it on. Let's see what happens. I think that side would come loose, but I don't know that this side is wanting to play ball. I'm sure that side would come loose. I don't think this one. There. Oh, okay. The next struggle, you see how crappy this is. I don't really remember what I did with the bolts that hold that plate down, but the thing is all mangled in. That's part of the problem. I need to adjust the rod, I guess, so that that other side pulls more, because I think that's causing me an issue. If I flip that down, I think a little zip would not hurt that either. Come on, Torx bit. Not the right size. Crap. Come on, Torx bit. Be that size. I bet that these are, well, see, that one's full of crap. Let's just take this one off and swing it out of the way. Unless we can find something to dig that out. What is it even? Solidified dirt, or is that concrete? Acts like concrete. I mean, this was a work truck before. So, and I'd say that it got bent up by the last guy trying to get in there and get the tailgate unlatched. But what we want to do is see, like, we need to, okay, I see some trouble. There's our trouble right there. The bolt came out of that latch, so instead of pulling it, it's pulling the whole latch over. Oh. Now the next struggle bus there is, that's going to be a super big metric-y thing, I bet you, that Ross doesn't have. Oh, friends, why do we ride the struggle bus every day? I could get a smaller bolt and go through there and just make it do the thing. I just cut my hand open, but that's okay. Maybe town would happen to have that. Don't mind me, I'm just sifting through all my crap. What do I want to do? Cobble it up or do it the right way? There's the correct one. Do I try to take that one out and get one like it? I mean, I know I'm not going to have anything, right? I got a lot of metric bolts. Let me go get that tub of Fiat bolts and just see if I wouldn't have something that would thread in there. Okay, well, being a parts hoarder has its advantages. There might be something in here that would thread into that. Don't hold your breath though, friends, because there's so many different thread pitches. See if that would do it. Oh, I gotta be able to get in there to make that happen. Come on, you look right. You look right, come on. Let's see if that'll do it. I gotta get the appropriate thing. Oh, friends. Is that really gonna work out for me? We'll see if it stays tight. Oh, awesome. Okay, that saved us a lot of head scratching. Now, I see another problem. the thing has gotten bent right there. That's probably not helping. Let's see if we can close this. Let's see if it'll open now. Look at that. That's what it needed. Okay, let's close that a minute. I'm gonna get the red pliers. We're gonna try to bend this up again, and I'm gonna zip the crap out of that thing because it feels pretty dry. Brand new can of zip, yeah! Gonna make that happen. Red pliers, yeah! We don't want to bend the back side while we're doing the front side. I should have brought the small red pliers. Aren't they here somewhere? I think they are. They're still greased up from her. Still greased up from working on the trailer. I don't know. That might help. It might not. But it appears like it might. If anybody can save you, Zep can. Alright, we got other struggle bus issues here too. We need to find the hardware that puts this plate down. I know it's in the bed, it's just the bed is full of garbage. So I need to clean a little bit. I also want to get this narrow front end out of here, which I've been carrying around with me for over a year. Now, is that normal? No. All right, friends, fate smiled on us. I think I found all the hardware back. It's dirty, and we need to clean it. I also found this. I don't remember what I took this along for, but that's where that's been all the time. Oh, well. We're going to clean those things. Try to put them back. We also need to do a little bit of hammering. You know, we got to get that plate a little bit more flat, probably. Let's get some of these where they're supposed to be. Somebody hammered it pretty hard, you see, and they crunched that. The top thing was missing when I got the truck. The top, that black plastic piece. So I got a different one of those. But I never got this plate fixed. Then the tailgate quit working. So it's just one of those, you know, one of those that just was relentless. Let's see here. Come on. I probably shouldn't tighten those all the way down yet. He says that he tightens them all the way down, but there. That's a little bit better. It's not going to be perfect, but it doesn't have to be. Boy, that one's nasty. Let me get a... Come on. I should have probably, well, I should have taken that off and got that to sit more down. Or I could just get a couple of self-tappers and finish that off, you know. That would probably be the easiest way. Or I could just ignore it and not worry about it. Guess which one's the winner, friends? Come on, come on. Come on. There we go. All right, friends, we might actually accomplish something today. Probably not though, because the phone's starting to go blippity bloop. Okay, people. Okay. Let's see. There's one more thing that's not letting this work correctly, and we need to sort it out. And I don't know. Okay, that's the rigid side. This is the side that comes off. Okay. Will you hang here somehow, gently? If I need to get to that end. I don't think I can do it with. Okay. Let me take the tailgate off, and then I'll explain where we are. I just gotta get it. They're very easy to get off of here, but you got to have something to help flip the clips up out of the way. Okay. This here is not right. It's stuck, and I don't know what it is. I thought that it was plastic, but it looks almost like metal, doesn't it? And it's not rotating anymore, which is causing some issues. Namely, it doesn't want to do the thing. I don't think that's going to do it though. I think I'm going to have to heat that to get that to turn again. But that's part of my tailgate problems, is the non-rotation. It does not rotate anymore, and that doesn't work. We got to have rotation. Let's get our old crap screwdriver and see if we can. Nope. What we're gonna do is end up busting like the tail light out. That's fine. Oh, friends. What to do, because I know if I heat this, it has plastic down in there and it's gonna melt it, and then it won't want to play nice at all. But that's got to rotate in there somehow. I don't know if it had, I don't know. I used to think you could get those things, but it doesn't look like it. So, but what happens is it doesn't go onto that pin correctly, and then it won't open correctly, and it hits this striker wrong. It hits it like way out here, and that causes some struggle bus. I don't think we can really make it much worse. It would be better actually if it was just a big open hole. I think it would work better. Let me see if boy, I hate to heat it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna heat that up and see if I can get it to move or pry it out of there, and then I'll figure something else out. I don't know what that is, but I'll look up on the internet real quick and see if that's available. Like usually the doorman helpline has stuff like that, but this hinge is not bolt-onable. It's like welded on. The one on the other side is bolt-onable, and it's missing probably the bushing, but I don't know. I'll see what I can do. Oh, friends, I got this thing. Look at how pretty that is. So it turns out what that is, I should have known better, that is apparently like a lift assist spring. It's got a rod in there or something, and I got that turning again, and it just works beautiful. The only problem is now I had trouble with the bed sides are sprung a little bit, so I had to pull it together with a ratchet strap to get both the strikers to work. But boy, that's the best that's ever gone. Look at that. One-handed operation. I can live with that, friends, even if I have to have a ratchet strap in there permanently. I'm cool with that. This ain't the first truck I've had that problem with. When you use them to haul stuff, the bed sides get floppy eventually. But that ain't too bad for a $1,500 truck. That tire's going low again. That's probably a bad omen. That probably means that's going to blow out on us on the way, but we'll air it up again. It's been running a long time without any issue. So sure, I got a spare, you know. That's how life goes. Got a spare. But I think we got us something. We're slowly, like all of our projects, slowly making it more better as time goes on. I really need to get this hood painted. I might just have to sand that off and paint it with something myself just to make it look less ridiculous. You know, front bumper's dented, that's the way I got it. Mirror's broken, that's the way I got it. You know, Dad said, oh, you're hard on this truck. No, that's the way that it came. It was cheap though. I did mess up though. The fire department in town put a flatbed or a service bed or something on a truck that they bought that was the same body style, and I could have had that bed for like 800 bucks. And I should have done that because it would have been a lot easier to, you know what I'm saying. And that may still be the thing I need to do, is just find me a different bed, because this one's got a lot of sins on it, and sometimes you can find them where they took them off to put on flatbeds or service beds and they're almost perfect. But for now, we at least got a working tailgate again, so we can unload some of our treasures and live our happy life. So slow progress, friends, but at least it's progress. So we're gonna call this one here. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. After watching what you just saw, do you feel like your IQ has dropped lower than your credit score? Well, there's no reason that both of us should be miserable, so go ahead and hit that thumbs up and leave a comment. That stuff costs you nothing, and it really helps me out. Your banker may not approve, but I know mine will. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.